now.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you? I just started with the phone ringing.
It's Tuesday.
Yeah. We kind of tried to hide the phones, but I don't think it's working.
Yeah, so we're trying not to be distracted by phones.
Okay, so what's up?
What's up?
What's up? Oh, well, let's just say first, it's been a good week.
Yeah.
You guys have kept us on our toes. We're constantly moving. If you think we're sitting around, well, maybe some computer work, but we are up and around. We're taking pictures of yarn. We're sending them to you, email, Facebook messaging, Instagram messaging, texting. We've done it all.
If we are taking a while to get back to you on something, please, our apologies, but it's honestly a challenge to keep up with everything. Yeah, we've kind of discovered
it takes a little longer to work with everybody in this way because it's, we're sending pictures, waiting for answers, sending other pictures, waiting for answers. Right. So it's just a little bit more
it's probably ultimately good for your brain to kind of switch it up.
Yeah. Well, so I feel like that's all we're doing.
That's what we're doing.
And then last week we talked about
blankets.
And so we have a little progress picture. Mine is not nearly like that one. I'm working on the Safe at Home. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that is one by Margaret Holzman. And here is my
Look how teeny they are.
Progress.
They're so cute.
And I thought that I was going to really want to do it, just one yarn throughout the whole thing, a brand, I should say. But then I started looking at my stash, and I've got so many fun colors that I think I started stash diving, so it's really fun for that. You just need DK or worsted.
Yeah.
I'm using DK and worsted. You can kind of tell which one's heavier. It's the cute. Big orange brick house.
I'd like to do like a pillow version of that.
Yeah.
My little scrappy blanket is not here. I didn't bring it to the shop.
This is going to be like 9 houses wide.
Okay.
If I,
if you stick to pattern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which we don't know if I will.
Right.
So.
It is cute though. This we gave, so Connie is doing some knitting for us from home, and Connie, we gave her this. Remember last week we talked about this, which is a brand new release from Mary Lee, 5410 Studios.
Take a Sunrise.
Take a Sunrise. So we sent some yarn home with Connie a week ago, and she brought it back yesterday.
Yeah, isn't it fabulous?
So you guys, is that beautiful? She used a sweater from Blue Sky. Fantastic color. There are many beautiful colors.
This one's called Pollen.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's so pretty.
It was a surprise to get it back so quick.
I know. She apparently really liked
what else are you doing? She's like, that's it, night and day, knitting night and day.
I think she's just being productive. But yeah, anyway, thanks, Connie. It's gorgeous. So that's in the shop. And that is a free pattern from 5410 Studio. Okay, today we're going to switch gears from blankets, and we're talking about
smaller needle knitting
yarn, fingering weight yarn. Fingering weight, also known as sock yarn, it's kind of level 2 in the whole sock yarn scale. There's lace,
fingering,
sword, blah, blah. Okay, so your classic fingering weight yarn, Here we go.
Usually we'll say knit on a size 1 or 2 needle.
Sock yarns are kind of the no-brainer, like with sock yarn.
Right. What do you mean?
Like obvious. Sock yarn makes socks.
Yes,
but what else does it make?
Yes, it does make lots of other things. It makes a hat that you might call the sock head hat.
The sock head hat. Yeah, we've got a few sock head hats.
Has the sock word in it.
Sock head hat is great TV knitting, Netflix knitting, comfort knitting. I still am not doing a lot of complicated knitting.
It's kind of slouchy.
It can be pretty slouchy. It can use almost 400 yards of yarn, which makes a very slouchy hat. And the weight is awesome. It's a nice lightweight hat, so sometimes you don't want... anyway, it's a nice pattern. You can also make it short. You don't have to use 400 yards of sock yarn to make a cute sock head hat.
And this one I think is a Blue Moon from
That
a while
is
ago,
Socks
right?
That Rock.
I don't know if we have that exact color, but
we don't have that exact color, but it's fun.
But we
Cute
have
stripes.
lots of colors. These are all on the website. That's just one of them.
Yeah, it uses. It's a free pattern. Fully spun would be a good one to use also, but any of our sock yarns would be great. So, or your sock yarns if you have some in your stash. But fully spun's a nice one to try too that we have.
It's all kind of a marled sock yarn, which would be awesome for this marled kind of hat, which is called the glitch hat. I made this last year when, I don't know, I found the pattern. It's by the gal that does hedgehog fibers. And basically, it's pretty easy. I mean, it's a basic hat pattern like the sock head, but they've introduced a little bit of it's color work, but it's every other stitch basically, or however it's like every one, every two, every three. It's kind of hard to describe, but you're using 4 different sock yarns and you're marling 2 together for like
at different rates, kind of.
Right. So you've got 4 yarns, 2 in one hand, 2 in the other hand, and you're working them both, together, but kind of randomly. And it creates this look. I think they called it glitch because it looks like a computer glitch. Like your screen goes kind of crazy. So it is pretty random, and you can make up your own randomness. So I think it's for those that don't have to follow an exact color pattern. Right. It's really fun to be a little bit more creative, jump out of your box a little bit. So I love that one.
It does make a nice thick. It makes quite a thick fabric, compared to this.
And it has the twisted rib on there, which I love.
Twisted rib is nice.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Time consuming, but yeah, it's nice.
Well, rib in itself is time consuming.
True that. Okay. So are we done with hats?
All right, put those.
But you know what? On Ravelry, you can go and you can look hats and then refine it and say sock yarn, fingering weight yarn, and there's going to be, as with all of these, lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of hat patterns using sock yarn. So we are only covering a teeny tiny amount today.
Obviously.
Okay.
So.
Okay, socks.
Basic sock.
Basic sock. Our go-to pattern is the basic sock pattern by Church Mouse. So it's a nice pattern. You could get this pattern and if you're up for just a little challenge, learn to make socks using that pattern.
I like it because she's got all the little
pictures.
She separated all the parts of a sock.
And they give you numbers for DK weight socks also, which goes a little bit faster for you. And fingering weight.
So I feel like the DK would be good to start on if you didn't want to. If you didn't want to start on the little tiny needles,
and it would make
a really go faster.
Nice pair of socks. So we've got some fun examples of just basic socks, but you can do heel and toes that are different colors. That's super cute. Here's a fun, contrast your toe.
That's cute.
That's really cute. Stripey. I
love the toe color.
Here's another one. Socks are, a lot of people, socks is their comfort go-to knitting project. They're small, they're portable. If you just are doing basic patterns, they're kind of in your head. It wasn't that long ago that people machine socks weren't a thing, and so people were actually needing to keep warm by knitting their own socks. So
I'm not wearing them today, but I've worn them yesterday. Remember Randy Glick? And we had some of his yarn in the shop, and he made us a sample. Yeah. And I absolutely love them. But I will be upfront and honest. I put them in the washer and the dryer.
Oh no.
But no, it makes them fold a little bit, and it makes them thick because I really like a thicker sock on my foot. So I love wearing them. Plus, it's an ankle sock. It's not high like this, and that is fine with me too. Yeah. I don't mind that. It doesn't, it's not always scooting down. Yeah, it's just right there.
Yeah, so. No, socks you can totally customize. Unique fingering weight yarn is a great one, and she's doing a drop ship. So contact us. You can look at her website, and any of her yarns that you see, you can call us, and we can have them drop shipped directly
I thought we had a sample of how that was working up somewhere.
Yeah, they can go.
I think we set it aside. But anyway, it's a random stripe. It's self-striping, but very random.
Mm-hmm. What?
I don't know. She's whispering to us.
Maybe spell it.
Oh, it's Earth. URTH is the brand, and then the name of the yarn is Unique, which is UNEEK, which is a very unique way to spell unique.
True dat. Okay, sorry.
There's probably some gals out there with that name.
There might be. So that's a good one.
Okay.
If you don't want to dive into a full-on sock right now,
then we have the Turkish Bed Sock, which is, here's a little picture of it, and see how nice it fits in your dance goes, or maybe those clogs, is that what they're called? Oh, Crocs. I personally do not own any, but I do own dance goes.
Yeah,
and
the Turkish Bed Sock's a fun pattern.
Yeah, that's a nice way to get into a sock without,
and it uses about 200 yards of sock yarn, so you could use if you have leftovers, or you could get 2 sets of Christmas gift socks out of one skein.
Yeah, you learn all kinds of things like you would. You still do your Kitchener just like on a regular sock. So that would be really fun. And we've got, that's just going to use half. This one is polka dot sheep. It's kind of a silk blend sock, which would be awesome.
That'd be nice.
And luxurious on your toes.
Yeah. We've got Rose City rollers. I did these on my last trip across the pond. Which isn't going to happen for a while now. But anyway, Rose City Rollers is a free pattern. Rose City is Portland. I think they have a fun yarn crawl over there with a lot of shops participating. And so they did this. Someone did this for the Rose City Roller, the Rose City yarn crawl. Just rolled edge ankle socks. And I used Blue Moon for this. This is that 70s skein. Cute. And there's also a baby version of this sock, Rose City Rollers.
Cute.
What am I supposed to do? Okay, wait, sorry. Regrouping. Okay. Oh, you're up.
I'm up. Okay, so there's more than one size to knit a sock, right? So here we have little baby socks. This, I think, is the Wii version of this one, actually. The Wii Little Sock, and I think this is the sock pattern that our sock teacher
Karen
uses to teach when she does her sock workshop. This is what you end up knitting, which hopefully we'll be getting back to classes soon. But we also have these little Regia little miniatures, and these will make a little set of sock yarn. Isn't that darling?
Yeah.
And so this little pattern here, the Perfect Newborn Socks, is a perfect pattern for this little, and they're self-striping. They're really sweet. Mom will like that. So
those are cute. Okay, we've got another idea for sock pattern. Rainbow Connection socks look like this. That's a kind of a newer pattern by the Crazy Sock Lady. It uses one solid and a skein of fingering weight stripy yarn.
And a friend of ours knit these socks recently, and we thought they were really fun.
So you could do, to get that look, here's a nice skein of black, and then some Freya.
And these are the Minikins from Freya.
Fun. Awesome.
And we do have these here. They're not on the website, but we're happy to take pictures and let you know. Yeah, that's a fun pattern.
Again, any sock, there's a 1,000,000,001 sock patterns on Ravelry. So, okay, field guides. Here's another option that's not a hand-dyed sock yarn that we have. This is a Lang superwash. A great, if you're like a tried and true sock knitter, you're gonna maybe go for some of these classic yarns that are out there.
Self-patterning, self-striping.
Very durable. We also have a nice assortment of reinforcement threads for repairing socks, because when you put all the work and time into socks, even though you love doing them, it is nice to be able to fix them. So this is wool thread.
Also, you can knit them into the areas on your sock that are worn a lot more, like
heels,
your heels,
toes,
the ball of your foot.
Here's a darning egg. My grandmother, who is still alive, she darned socks even like machine-made tube socks she was darning not that long ago. So but darning eggs are handy. Our little Kitchener tool from Katrinkles is also a good reminder. Like Kitchener's, it's just kind of nice to have that little, even if you got it in your head, it's nice to have that reinforcement there. The Wanderlust Field Guide number 11 from Mason Dixon, available on our website, is a conglomeration of nice kind of basic sock patterns, but then also Wendy Bernard, who edited this, put it together, has lots of little nice little stitch patterns that you could
just add to a basic sock.
Yeah, just add to that. Socks there's not that many different recipes really. It's still pretty much a formula, but you can tweak them and make them your own. And this is a nice little helper for that. Okay.
Just move some of these over here.
Okay, what's next?
What's near? Yeah,
are we switching that up?
Yeah.
Sweater.
Well, no, let's do sweaters. Okay. The Flax Light, Tin Can Knits, she has put out a lot of sweaters, but this is one of her most popular. She's got the flax and Flax Light. Flax Light uses fingering weight. Flax uses heavier weight. Mm-hmm. But it goes from baby to adult, and I've seen this. The gal that made this, Karen, she's made this, plus she's made multiple adults. And how we've worked it here is we've used fiber seed fingering, and she striped it. Mm-hmm. So we have here, you hold that.
Okay.
So here's the fun, come
that's
on,
a cute
sunny
idea.
And yellow, that would be awesome. So that's the fiber seed fingering. These are really nice yardages, 510 yards. Mm-hmm. They go a long way. And then
subtle.
We just got this restocked. So Illimani, we love these guys. This is their Sabri, just Sabri one. So this is an alpaca and cotton blend. So really, I think it's
mostly
cotton with a little alpaca to make it super soft. And it's really hard to tell, but this one is, they've marled a couple of strands together to just create this really nice look. But this would be a great yarn for people that, they're like, I don't really want any wool, This is a great yarn for people. And Illimani in itself makes great yarns that, for people that aren't necessarily wool lovers. So we have a lot of their yarns. But we have this in heavier weight too.
This is his palette for this is all natural, so it's organic cotton.
So this is the color of the animal,
right? Or the cotton plant with the animal in it. But so it's like 7 different super neutral colors. But that would be beautiful for baby or adults.
Yeah,
just
soft
a nice
to the skin.
Simple sweater, and again, a nice project for a nice first sweater project. It's a free pattern, Tin Can Knits, again, multi-sized, which is really nice.
It's a good beginner sweater too, top down.
You could make the whole family the flax sweaters. Okay.
Family pictures.
Okay, Shaker Rag top is a nice one that uses fingering. This is Ashley's Shaker Rag top, and I'm gonna do this because it's
kind of hard to tell a little bit.
Can you see how subtle stripes? So that's a nice summer top pattern. Very straightforward. Pretty comfort knitting type thing, and that's found in another Field Guide Transparency, number 6, the Shaker Rag top. So you're either doubling up your fingering weight yarn to get those stripes or holding it by itself. And that gives you just the really subtle look. It's beautiful.
And I think we used Meadow for this.
We did use Meadow.
This is from Fiber Company.
So Meadow is kind of a heavy lace to a light fingering weight yarn, but look how pretty.
It has the most beautiful blend. Mm-hmm. It's a textured blend of baby llama, silk, linen, and merino wool, and it's so nice to feel. And I love that linen because in that silk they kind of have a fleck, but it's such a nice yarn.
Each of those fibers takes the dye a little bit differently too, and so there's just a beautiful rich color saturation.
Plus, the way that she dyes, there's a lot of depth in each skein. Like, you're going to see other colors, but not in a really loud, variegated way. It's going to be a soft, subtle everywhere. It just is beautiful.
I know we said that any of these yarns, I don't think I would recommend this particular yarn for socks, but
yeah, it's better for sweaters. Yeah. So this brings us to, this is the Velocore, and this is the Andrea Mowry pattern. This is a sample that we had knit. Was
Wendy
this?
knit.
Wendy knit this, yep. And so we actually used Meadow in this one too. And it calls for 3 colors. It comes in 9 sizes, and it's just a great summer top. So,
well, hang on. I think we've got we have a hand dyed sock yarn in here too. That's not Meadow. The white is.
Oh,
so that's fun.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yep, you can see it in there. That's not Meadow.
I do see. I just wasn't sure what it is.
But Cumbria is another beautiful sock yarn, fingering weight yarn. That I think you could use this for socks too. You'd not want to do the whole machine wash.
Might be more of a house sock.
More of a hand, well,
I don't know.
You know, superwash yarns have not been around forever. And so socks have. So people people just washed things differently. But you could definitely use this yarn for socks too. But this is also beautiful for a lightweight sweater. The Cumbria, and again, that's another fiber company yarn, and the combination of fibers that she does always just produces that fantastic depth of color that we really like about fiber company yarns. So this is just a small example of colors, but these together would be gorgeous in that Velocore pattern, which is kind of it could be summer or fall, like a vest, you know.
Yeah.
It could, so fun.
Okay.
Oh, whatever sweater, woohoo. We just have a picture of this one because it's just been released. So Julie Knits in Paris is the designer. She's holding 2 fingering weight yarns together to get this just super boxy, oversized. She says she didn't even do gauge work on this project. If you hold 2 fingering weights together, you get a DK weight gauge. So you could stash dive for this.
Yep, any of these would be great.
It's again top down raglan, worked in the round, 9 sizes, and she's not, this is not her brand new idea. There's the no frills sweater has been around since 2016, and that one is by Petite Knit, and she's using like fingering and lace weight to get that DK gauge. She liked to use mohair with a hand dyed, and we had that as kits a while ago.
We
that
did.
was pretty.
Yeah, it was so pretty.
And then if you want to, again, there's so many patterns out there, but Isabel Kramer just released one in February, and we love Isabel Kramer sweaters. That one's the Night Grove. It's a yoked colorwork sweater, size 3 and 4 needles. So you could, take these 2 colors and get a fantastic sweater. There's another one that just came out in April called the Tan, and it's a yoked top-down sweater with fingering weight yarn.
So it has kind of a design right around the yoke,
just
but
a little slip stitch pattern.
Weight. Yeah,
and
it's short sleeves,
like a t-shirt. Yeah. So that's,
kind of like my early bloomer. It was so quick. It made it seem so quick because I didn't have to do the sleeves.
Yeah, it's fun. Yay. Okay.
Oh,
sweaters.
Cowls.
Yep.
Cowls. I think there's a cowl right here. This one is brand new to us. It's Ashley actually made it. It's called the Heart Warmer Cowl.
You can see the hearts in there.
Oh, yeah, you sure can. It's by Justina Lurkowska. Look, I pronounced that. Thank you. And this is a combination of a few different patterns, but it's one skein. So, and it also made it to the semifinals for the March Mayhem from Mason Dixon.
Yeah, the bracket.
And I think this is a neighborhood fiber. But we thought it would be fun with all kinds of yarns. Like, look at this. This is perennial. They're neons. pop. And that would be fun for this time of year. Guess that's lime, neon coral, neon pink.
Fun.
Yep. And then, but if you're a little more on the subtle side, Neighborhood has some colors that this is bright, but not as bright, but you know, a little more subdued for just depending on how your mood is that day.
Depending on your mood. Yep. That's right. So yeah, that'd be a great thing to get in your gift pile too, just to have, because what a nice gift.
And this perennial is on the website, so it's really easy to just pop over there and check out the colors. There's lots of colors.
Some of those would be really fun, heels and toes.
Oh,
you know, those pops.
Well, like she did that on her little sock over here. I love that. All right,
okay,
so we're gonna talk about a fun little crochet project.
So this is a local designer, DJ Poulette. She took 2 skeins of fingering weight yarn and did this cute crochet cowl design.
Yep.
And it is called Moraine Lake Cowl because she was inspired by a trip to the Canadian Rockies, Moraine Lake. So
she actually lives in Laurel, so she's a local gal, and she's really good at crocheting. This is a tight crochet. I think she said it's just a single, but it's on, and she's created this really great background right here. And the nice thing about this is it creates a little grid. So she was able to do a little cross stitch pattern with a lot of consistency on that. So it's really fun. We've had quite a few crocheters kind of jump into this. So.
And these 2 neighborhood fibers together would be gorgeous with that.
Yep.
Yeah.
It sure would.
That's nice. Okay, fingering weight yarns, you guys, are also great for weaving. They make a fine fabric. So scarves, I know that we've seen it. It's nice, and we have some weavers in the area who really do like the fingering weight yarns that we have for that. So that's out there. Okay.
Now we're going to talk about shawls.
Oh, okay.
Fingering weight is just prolifically used for shawls, and almost all the time never knit to gauge. So for the yarn ball band, so you're going to see them knit on much bigger needles. First of all, there's a lot of lace work in a lot of the shawls, and generally speaking, when you do lace work, you're going to go up at least 2 needle sizes just so you can really see the lace work. But this one is not lace, but it's definitely, you can see it's kind of like that shaker egg in the sense where you've got sections of a doubled and then singles. But the actual Groovy Shawl is just consistently knit on you can just do it on a little bit bigger needle than normal. So we've actually used these 2 right here for this, and it was a lot of fun to make. A really simple pattern, the Groovy Shawl is, and they have it in a couple different weights. This one's definitely is the lace and fingering weight. So, and it can be knit in many ways, so, and different colors. You don't have to do the mohair. You can do it single, and it just, just pick one color and do it, and it's just a no-brainer. We love the Groovy Shawl.
The Groovy's fun. We have a lot of other samples of kind of no-brainer shawlette type things out there. We're not going to talk about them today though. But the next little shawl idea is Pebble Beach by Helen Stewart. The smallest, it's several different sizes, but the smallest one uses just 1 skein of your fingering weight yarn. So it's a nice idea for that kind of special skein that might be in your stash or that you want to go look for.
I think this one was knit by Jackie.
It was. Yeah. It's pretty.
Back when we first opened.
And that's neighborhood fiber, but we have Lana Vendole, I should say.
Lana Vendole.
And so Lana Vendole is coming out of Italy, and we have another shipment coming. But this would be, you'd want 2 skeins, but there it's a non-superwash Italian wool, alpaca and mohair, and it's beautiful. So that would be a lovely idea for a Pebble Beach.
Yeah. Yep.
And that, that's a nice pattern. It's been around for a while. And
I think that the lace work can look intimidating, but from what I did not make this, but that it's a simple lace work, so it's nothing too hard.
Last summer we had Linda, that customer.
Oh, right.
I can't remember her last name, but she did a bunch of these, and everyone she wore in was prettier than the next.
Yeah, I think
really
the first
enjoyed
one,
it.
she had to get over that little hump of trying to figure out the pattern, and then she figured it out, and she just went crazy. And I think she even did a black one.
Yeah, she did several as gifts, and that was fun to see that. So, we have come to pretty much the end of the road here. But
so, if anyone is following us on Instagram or Facebook or following Casa Pinka, every year for Local Yarn Store Day, she has released a pattern specifically for the local yarn shops. And even though Local Yarn Store Day has actually moved to September, it was going to be this weekend. She, I think, had been working hard, and I think she actually had COVID. So a few things were put off, but she'd actually finished this pattern. And so this is going to be the pattern that will be released this weekend. It's free.
Called Breath
when you
and
buy
Hope.
the
Breathe
purchase.
and Hope.
Yeah, Breathe and Hope.
Breathe and Hope. Uh-huh.
And it is, so this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, when you buy the kit, you'll get a code for the free pattern. Mm-hmm. So, and this won't be released on Ravelry to the general public until at least another week or so. So, but we are going to have special kits. We actually have about 15 kits, I think, choices, and those will all go live on Friday as well. So probably Thursday night we'll probably put them up. So, but we've got so many fun choices. I have a box of them right here.
They're hiding.
I don't want to give it all away, but I'll just show you a couple of little hints.
Pretty.
This is, and so we're going to have, just gone through all of our fingering weights and come up with some beautiful choices. So let's see, where's another one? We have some neutrals. And these we're using Farmer's Daughter and Fiber Seed. This one is pretty bright, but really fun. Too. So that's just 3 of them. I don't want to give them all away because I would think you guys are going to be really excited about the choices. The neat thing about this pattern is it uses 2 fingering weight skeins. So you're going to have a solid or semi-solid and then a variegated. So
cute.
It's an asymmetrical shawl. There's nothing going to be really hard about it. She did say... she absolutely said there were no bobbles on it. Maybe she had those before. I don't remember. But we are super excited about this, and we want to say thank you to Casa Pinka too for being so supportive of local yarn shops. One thing that she's never done in any of these patterns is specifically recommended any particular yarn, because she knows not every local yarn store carries the same thing. And so it's a great way for us to showcase all of our fingering weights to everybody.
Yeah, no, that's a wonderful thing. Okay, I think, have we covered everything? Okay, Ashley, have we covered everything?
And can we all give Ashley a big clap?
Yay!
Thank you for helping us so much stay organized and on task, and we just can't do everything. I know that back when this whole thing started, Sue and I we've got to do a video every single day, daily. Well, that got really hard to do because we still were really busy with lots of other things, and but of course we wanted to connect, and luckily we have a really good friend and that said she would help us. So
we know that we're trying to reach everybody in lots of different ways. So and we like this. So again, we do miss everybody coming in the shop for sure.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Because then the shop will be tidy again.
Yeah, we've got some cleaning to do. So anyway.
So everybody have a great
Happy
day.
Tuesday.
And we'll talk to you soon.
Okay, bye.
Bye.